So Peter McCormack posted this on X recently, ladies and gentlemen. It says, more signs of UK decline. I went into a local Sainsbury's. Now, when you take meat off the rack, it triggers a loud alarm. I'm not sure where this exactly is. This is in England. And he's not lying, ladies and gentlemen. He took a video of this. And he spoke to the girl that worked there. He said, there's so many shoplifters and they target meat and chocolates and then sell it on Facebook. So now they have a large siren when something is taken off the shelf. Now, before we had the richness of diversity and multiculturalism, we didn't need alarms in supermarkets when just regular people wanted to go in and pick up their meat. We know if you're a white native in the UK, you'll go to prison for pretty much anything. You'll go to prison for breathing wrong. Obviously, if you're not a white UK native, you pretty much get away with everything. But then what is the solution? For example, big blaring alarms where they're not needed. So that's what we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Listen. Huge alarm going off because poor old Peter McCormack wanted to take just a nice ribeye steak off the shelf, which, if I'm right in saying, this one, what appears to be a ribeye steak in Sainsbury's, nearly £10. £10, what it appears to be. What lunacy is this? What are we doing? What are we doing? When I recorded this before, I didn't even see this before. Now I'm even more angry. The fact that this got so much with just steaks now cost nearly £10 what per unit, per like 8-ounce steak or something like that. That is disgusting. That is disgusting. But obviously it's happening because our own government won't do what's necessary to police the law. And obviously the incentive is that they don't want us to eat their steaks anymore. No, they want all the steaks and lovely cow's meat for themselves, right? No, they want us to eat the bugs, the crickets, the GMO stuff, right? That's what they want us to eat, because that's what they're trying to bring. How long do you reckon before we stop seeing ribeyes on... we stop seeing ribeyes, we start seeing ribbits. You know, we start seeing frogs, we start seeing crickets, we start seeing cockroaches and all these things instead of our lovely steaks and chicken and stuff like that on store shelves. Not only because they've been taken away because of climate change and stuff like that, but because people just can't afford them anymore. People just can't afford them anymore because they're paying £9.75 for a goddamn steak. For one goddamn steak. It'll be gone in about 5 minutes. I think that's the worst thing about this video, that even potentially worse than the siren that goes off potentially tens of thousands of times a day and is mind-numbing, which is completely preventable and unnecessary, and that taxpayers likely had to foot in some way anyway, with the de facto tax they have to now pay on their goods because everything's so expensive. Not even the siren, but again, the fact that people will now look at a steak that's £9.75 for no necessarily better quality than what they had before, where maybe they were paying £5 or something like that, and just think that there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. It's just the way things are.